Welcome, everyone, to the Sonoma Spiel. My name is Tim with the Sonoma Valley Visitors Bureau. It is May, and May means the sun is out. It's warming up, and that means it's time for some backyard wine and some cocktails and some grilling. And you know what goes great with some backyard cocktails and grilling is actually some Sonoma wine.
Amen.
Amen. And that's why today I have a very special guest. And now I know every week I say I have a very special guest. This time I do actually mean it.
You say that every week, I'm sure.
I don't. No. This time I actually mean it. She's a returning guest. She's a big deal in Sonoma Valley. Robyn Sebastiani. How the heck are you?
So happy to be here.
Good. You're with the Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers
Yes.
Alliance.
Yes.
The old alliance. The SVV.
The old alliance.
GA. Robyn, I'm happy you're here because I did a last minute call you. You dropped everything. You threw your kids in a crate. You ran over here.
Because we have big things to talk
We
about.
have big news.
It's been a big week.
It's been a really... Has this week... Okay, the past 2 weeks have been crazy.
Crazy because there are things popping in Sonoma.
It is. And it's so funny because, Q1, January, February, March, things are kind of slow. And we're like, oh, there's not much going on. People are pruning out in the vineyards. It's kind of quiet. Great time to visit, as we know. But it's kind of quiet. And people like hiking and doing all that sort of quiet stuff. And then March, a little bit happens. But now we hit May.
Full force ahead.
Graduations, backyard hanging outs, concerts. Tomorrow, we had them on before, Rod Marymore. They're doing like the Battle of the Bands.
So fun.
They're having like 12 cool bands come here to the plaza to compete for money.
Yeah.
And then it just takes off from there. Like it just goes nuts.
The 100 Days of May, we call it.
100. That's exactly it. Yeah. And you got little kids, so you're doing all the kid stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah. Did you have like a talent show today or something like that?
Yeah. Good memory.
Yeah. Because I was texting you, like, would you be on the podcast? You're like, can't talk in talent show.
My daughter Reagan acted like she was Taylor Swift, and her friend was interviewing her, and they were pretty funny. They came up with the whole concept themselves,
like
and with a couple second graders like concocting this thing. It was very cute.
Did they sing too, or
they just talked as an interview on the microphone, and they were asking funny questions like, "What magical pet would you want?" And Reagan said, "A unicorn to fly to school every day," stuff like that.
That's nice. Yeah, so maybe you can arrange a unicorn for her. Robyn, you're here. You were here before, but you're now been at the Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers Alliance for
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
Time flies.
Time does fly. In that time, you've got me this hat.
Yes.
That I'm wearing. It's a Sonoma Valley Wine Bart Bridge hat.
It's definitely the most important thing I've done.
We came up with these hats. These are the cool, trendy hats, Bart Bridge. They make ones for different areas. They have like the badges on. What do you call these?
Patch hat.
Patch hat. Thank you. And we sell those at the visitor center. You sell them at different places. But you've done more than that. You've done more than just hats.
Yeah. I mean, what the premise of this is our 200th anniversary.
That's why we have that.
That's why we have them. And so, this is a joint effort. Tim is acting like he doesn't know, but he's been part of the process. And so really, as we came into last year, we knew we had a big anniversary to celebrate and wanted to share that and find a way to share that with both the community and consumers while shining a light on our incredible valley and the history we have here, because there's a lot of it. We're pushing forward and doing incredible things. And I want to share that, but we have to pay homage to where we've come from. Right. And that is vines that were planted 200 years ago.
200 years ago.
Yeah. And so that Mission Vineyard, it's a vineyard that's owned by Sebastiani Winery. And this year will be the actual 200th harvest.
Got it.
And so we all came up with this great 3-year campaign. Last year was the year of the farmer, paying homage to the roots, the stewardship of the land, the incredible care that our farmers take to tend to our valley and grow the grapes that make the best wine. This year will be the year of the vintner, so that 200th harvest and the incredible wine. I mean, just to showcase these vintners and the official 200th harvest, and then next year will be the year of community, the community that comes from the wine industry, the place that we all call home.
Right, and the community that drinks the wine, right? So it's the people that grow it, people that make it, the people that enjoy it.
Yep.
And I love the idea that, you're right, 200 years ago when the mission was founded, wine grapes first came to Sonoma Valley. Mm-hmm. And they've only gone uphill since then. They've gone right up to the roof or whatever.
And so then this patch hat is the anniversary logo that we had created.
I like it.
And this is the patch art that came, that inspired It was inspired by the anniversary logo. So only available through next year.
Really? Limited edition?
Limited edition.
I did not know that. Maybe I won't sell them in the visitor center. I'll just hide them. Put them on.
They'll only go up in value.
Exactly. So you're right. We did come up with, as a group, the neat Sonoma Valley Wine 200-year logo. We do have the merch I'm showing here. There's like little pins and stuff like that, and all sorts of things. And what I love about it is, we all work together. We all got in a room and we do that thing. Like the worst thing you can ever do as a marketing group is like, let's all design a logo together. But we kind of did it.
We did.
And it worked out, and it's nice because it shows, the Valley of the Moon Crescent. It shows some stars, which are the different regions for Sonoma Valley. It shows the hills, it shows the grapevine, and it shows 200 years. And it's kind of like a woodcut look. It's kind of like hewn and official and stuff. And again, you have these cool little pins right there. Robyn, this being the year of the vintner, 2025, the second year of the 200-year anniversary, do we have different things that are happening each month that to be part of the celebration? Take me through that.
Yeah. So we have activations, an opportunity for everyone to celebrate and come often and enjoy. So it's all going to be kicked off in June, and you're getting a sneak peek here.
Okay.
Tim and I are going to have some fun, and it's Sonoma Spritz month.
Okay, Sonoma Spritz, which I'm excited about. We're going to be, a Spritz is a type of drink. It's usually like a lower alcohol drink that's for the backyard.
Yep.
As I mentioned in the intro.
It's not just for the backyard.
Well, no, I mean, in my mind, you're absolutely right.
It's for everywhere.
The front yard, the side yard. No, it's like for anywhere that's sort of like warm, or you want to be reminded of the warmer times.
Oh, yeah.
And the sort of easy going and stuff like that. We're going to do something which makes for great podcast and great video. We're going to try something we haven't yet done ourselves.
Yep.
We're going to make a Spritz. Right?
We are.
Okay.
Now, I've seen a professional make the Spritz.
Right.
So I'm sure we can do it.
We got it all.
And the whole point of making this Spritz is A, enjoying the heck out of Sonoma Valley wine,
right,
and B, having something approachable that anyone can make.
Okay.
And go home and make. They come and visit Sonoma. They're like, this is fantastic. And then they invite their friends over, and they're making Sonoma Spritzes.
They're making Spritzes.
So we could do this.
Here's what I did. Prior to this, between panic texting you to come on the podcast today, I ran over to Sonoma Market, the local market, and I bought all the stuff to make a Spritz.
Yep.
And you said, I've got some wine, because that's kind of your job. So, okay, I won't buy any wine. Let's try it. I'll talk through it, and then we can kind of make it here, and then we'll do it. So it looks like we need fig preserve will be part of it, or caramelized fig syrup, which I got some of this stuff called Dalmatia fig spread, right?
Is it Dalmatia or Dalmatia?
Well, I think it might. Let's call it maybe the Dalmatian coast. I don't know. It's from Croatia.
It's so good. If
are you
anyone
ready?
hasn't had this stuff, I should be
good.
a poster child for the company. It's delicious. Put it on some cheese, on any
It
board.
is so good. Yes, and it was. By the way, Croatia, Dalmatia is where they think the Zinfandel or Primitivo grape might have originated. That came to California. So deep dive for you. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if that's true or not. I made it up.
I'm trying to think. I've gone wine tasting in Croatia.
You have?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was phenomenal. They have, what is it called? It's going to come to me what the varietal is.
Oh, okay.
It needs to be aged for a very long time.
Okay.
It's very potent grape that grows there. Very different growing region, but very cool.
It wasn't like that liqueur. Was it Slivovitz? Is that what they used to sell there? And it was that was not a wine. That was more of a liqueur, I think. But
it was fun. I mean, Croatia's gorgeous.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommend it.
This podcast is sponsored by Croatian Tourism. When you're done with Sonoma, you hop on over to croatia.com. Okay, next thing we need, by the way, is lemon juice. Now, it was fresh lemon juice. I do know a lady. There's a lemon tree I could have stolen a tree from. Okay, so I didn't have a lemon.
You could have gone to the Mason Ave house.
Well, that's kind of say you're right. But we don't encourage stealing fruit.
But we pay rent there.
Oh, okay. From the Mason Ave House, which is a historic building on 1st Street East.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, and your offices are tucked away in the back. Suitable for weddings and any corporate events.
Yeah, gorgeous gardens.
And there's a lemon tree. But instead, I got this lemon juice here.
Yeah.
And then we also need simple syrup.
Simple syrup.
You know what simple syrup is, right?
Yeah,
it's syrup.
sugar.
It's not that smart. Oh, no, right. So it's just sugar and water. Simple. You like that?
Simple syrup.
So simple syrup. It's this water and sugar, and then it's boiled and reduced down. So you have simple syrup. And then we needed rosé wine. So you've got some rosé wine right there.
I brought some West Shore.
Okay, West Shore rosé wine. The best way to make sure your wine is quality is to look for Sonoma Valley on the label. So that's the best kind of rosé wine. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Right. by law.
It's encouraged.
It's encouraged. Also, we need some soda water. So I got some Fever Tree, which is, this is club soda. You can also get plain seltzer water. I think club soda sometimes has a little more minerals into it. But like I said, I was running around to Sonoma Market.
It's great.
And then a fresh rosemary sprig. There's 2 places to get that. The front yard, but sometimes the dogs season it as they walk by. Or from the organic produce aisle.
Either one.
Right. And then I got some ice too, because I think we're going to do this. So, Robyn, are you ready?
I am.
Let me get the ice for you. And,
yeah, we need ice in here.
You talk for a second.
Okay. So we brought a shaker cup. So we're going to start with some ice, which, I mean, I love ice. Actually, our freezer is broken right now. It's taking forever to get apart. I don't know what I have to do to get some ice around here.
Oh, you know the whole thing with so you really have a broken refrigerator?
I really have a broken freezer.
Here's the deal. Never buy a new appliance. Now, brought to you by the appliance manufacturers. Listen, the best appliance ever made was a 1970 style avocado green refrigerator freezer combo.
They never broke.
That never broke.
Right.
It used like $75 electricity a day.
Right.
And they were like, ka-chong, ka-chong. They never broke.
Right.
And now you got those fancy ones, and they're like Wi-Fi enabled.
Planned obsolescence.
Totally don't work. All right, so you have the ice in the
so we
shaker.
have ice. I'm super pumped on ice right now.
You can take it home with you.
And then adding in some West Shore wine. You can pick your favorite Sonoma Valley wine. This happens to be my brand, which great for on-the-go activities.
I love it. I think perfect. And we're also going to put in the fig preserve.
Yeah. So the fig preserve.
The problem is I'm over here. Oh, good. So here, I'll kind of reach it over to you.
Okay.
Here's the fig preserve. I'm going to put that in there.
Ooh, I love fig preserve.
Okay. Go in there. Scheisse.
It's all right.
I said
not
it in
open.
foreign language.
Okay. So the exciting thing right now is we're trying to do this over equipment. So you can do this without the
You don't have to do that. So the fig preserve, lemon juice, and simple syrup, okay?
Simple
So
syrup.
let me put why don't you put a splash of that in. The lemon juice is 3/4 of an ounce, but just kind of 3/4.
3/4.
Yeah, you can kind of figure that out.
And we're I'm doubling it.
Oh, you are? Oh, yeah, 'cause there's 2 of us.
Yeah.
And then simple syrup is, I think, the same thing. So here's the simple syrup. Kind of do that. And she's putting in the simple syrup into the shaker there.
Okay, it's nice that they made it.
Yep.
The same.
So now I want you to do this. I'm going to put ice into the glass. You're going to carefully shake that.
Careful. Club soda.
And then the soda we're going to put at the end. We're going to put it on top
that's
there.
right.
So carefully.
So it's good to read the instructions.
Right.
And I'm one that sometimes likes to go rogue off of instructions.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Shake, shake, shake.
Good. You're gently good. Did it explode?
Did not explode. More ice.
Okay, more ice. No.
I think it looks awesome.
Okay.
So we did a lot of taste tests, and there are so many fun ways to make spritzes, and it's a way of making wine approachable, easy. It doesn't always have to be a formal tasting. I love wine. I love all kinds of wine. And but
Okay,
when you want something refreshing, like
show it on the camera.
cocktail-like.
Show it on the camera as you pour it.
So here we
There you
go.
There you go.
This is the ticket.
Oh, look at that. Okay, looks good. That's perfect.
I want to make sure you have enough.
Oh, yeah, so we'll give some to me here, okay? And then I'll top it with some of the, good. I'm going to open
All right,
up.
y'all. I hope this looks good on camera.
I'm going to open up the club soda and make sure it didn't, like, splash everywhere. Okay, good, it didn't. So we'll put the soda on top of it, we'll garnish it, and then we'll toast it.
I'm so used to doing this with my girls where it's like, is it even, Steven? Oh.
Hold on, we're going to get that. Let's do this.
Okay, so we drank so many different fun kinds, but really we wanted this to be. You can have that one. we wanted this to be so Sonoma.
So, all right, this is the first Sonoma Spritz of the season, and the
Ever in the wild, frankly.
ever, we did it.
We did it.
Cheers.
Okay,
Good.
Give her a taste.
Oh, that is refreshing.
Isn't it good?
That is very refreshing.
I know.
You did it.
And then even the smell of the rosemary at the end.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say, it's so Sonoma. You know, figs grow here in abundance. So it's a flavor of the region, and then also the rosemary. So everything is very regional, and we wanted to keep it that way. So it's something that makes you, gives you those flavors of Sonoma Valley. We got the fig jam. You also can get syrup.
Got it. Okay.
But we were under a time crunch, right? And so there's a fig syrup that's highly recommended that comes from Lieber & Co. I'll be reaching out to them for some sponsorship.
Oh, sponsorships now available.
Sponsorships are available.
That's really good.
Isn't it yummy?
No, that's very refreshing.
And so it's low alcohol too. I mean, you're adding water to your wine. It's So you're not getting dehydrated outside. Right. You can drink more of it, enjoy it. And it's flavor forward, yet it's not a lot of accoutrements. I mean, Tim ran out in a pinch and made this all come together.
I got this all done in 15 minutes.
After 10 minutes in line. So
it was 10 minutes. Remember, we want the T-shirts. I survived senior day at Sonoma Market parking lot because it's brutal.
Katie was given the senior discount when she went a couple weeks ago.
Ask me.
And I think it's because she waited in line so long that why would they not give it to everyone?
They ask me, they go, do you qualify for any discounts? And I go, I don't know. What kind of discounts are we talking about? They go, veteran? No.
But I love that they do that. Like, I want to show up on senior day, frankly. So, but I mean, isn't it good?
It is really good. But I mean, so this is delicious. Colors are good. And I'm sure there's different, you could probably mix it up with some different adaptations, right? If
Absolutely.
You want to try something new.
Yeah. And so we want people to have fun with it. This is the Sonoma Spritz, but there are so many ways to enjoy a Spritz. I feel like you need to take the fig.
The fig's great.
But there's so much.
There's a fig chunk in there?
There's a fig chunk. It's
okay.
Aesthetically,
I like
can't.
fig.
I laugh every time I look at you.
I really like fig.
And I wonder if you're going to get the fig bomb.
No, I'm going to get the fig plug.
But the fig is just like this little sweetness. Yes. And so when you use the jam, we don't have a strainer here. When you use the jam, we want people to strain it out.
Right. It does ask for a strainer in the recipe. But hey, we're
doing this on air.
Shoot from the hip, right? So
it's good.
It's really good.
This is Friday. See, I'm so happy I came. We got to drink spritzes.
And you know what? People don't know this, but you're about to. Yeah. You can drink wine on the Sonoma Plaza. Totally allowed. And so this is like the perfect, for a Tuesday night market,
right? This
is going to be the drink of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
This is it right here.
It is.
You just invented that.
I know.
Okay, so.
And we all get to enjoy it all month long.
For Sonoma Spritz, is there going to be like a kickoff event or anything big about that?
So we're having a Sonoma Spritz soiree Thursday, June 5th at MacArthur Place Pool, around the pool, not in the pool. 5:30 to 8:30. Okay. So you don't need to wear a bathing suit. Right. Tickets are on sale. There's a limited amount. It's a big media event as well, but there are maybe 80 tickets left for consumers.
Okay, so act fast.
Act fast. There's less than 80.
For those tickets, can you find the information at SonomaValleyWine.com?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You absolutely can. So go to our events. It'll be there on the calendar, and we'd love to have you join us. It's going to be such a fun kickoff to summer as kids are getting out of school and just celebrating this, the wine, this fun cocktail, and just kicking off that 200th harvest. There's so much to enjoy here. And what's more is there will be wineries that are opting in as we speak to give everyone a splash of rosé. So we want you to find your favorite rosé. I mean, this might be my favorite
West
rosé.
Shore, that's yours. Good.
But there are so many vintners that make rosé throughout the valley that are phenomenal. So I challenge you all to come and find your favorite. So with any tasting, all of these vintners will offer you an additional splash of their rosé to see it's something that you want to take home, or if that's what you want to make your Sonoma Spritz out of.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to just go out on a limb here. I'm going to bet all the cool mixologists and bars like Starling Bar, Layla, Wit and Wisdom down there at the Lodge, over at the Fairmont 38 North, those guys are probably going to adapt their own versions of this. And like say, here's our classic Sonoma Spritz. Mm-hmm. Here's the Fairmont version. Here's the MacArthur Place version. Because, they have these cool mixologists and chefs and stuff out there. And we have, I'm sure, like Valley, that amazing restaurant over there. Or, we went to, side note, Songbird Parlor is a restaurant in Glen Ellen. Like the food there is phenomenal. Yeah. We went there for dinner. I didn't know how good this food was, and it was amazing.
I mean, they're quite possibly my favorite fried chicken ever.
It was, but we had a great time there. Yeah. So anyway, all those restaurants, I'm sure, will be adapting the Spritz, and kind of like we can then compare like all the different types, and I'm sure.
So, like businesses throughout the valley will be putting it on their menus to celebrate in June, but we want to see more. We have fun here in Sonoma Valley. We have fun with wine. We make all different kinds of wine, and that's what makes us so unique is, everything that you can grow all throughout Sonoma County, you can grow right here in a small area in Sonoma Valley. And so to come wine tasting, you get to taste all the different ways that we grow wine, and we get spoiled for choice. And so I want to see all the different ways that we're iterating. We made a Sauvignon Blanc Spritz at home the other day, and it was mind-blowing. It had lots of lime juice and some lime simple syrup in it, and that was very fun.
You guys are fancy.
It's not that fancy.
Okay,
I mean,
you
who
guys
doesn't have lemon juice?
She holds up the little, either real lemons or the lemon juice.
We happen to use one in a very, we get like big ones from Costco. So
Oh, you do? Yeah,
it says fresh squeezed,
It is
but I
fresh
just
squeezed.
don't know when.
Or you can just go to your office and grab
Or
some.
the office, the lemons are coming
just
in.
wander around the neighborhood because people put them out in the front of their
They
house
do.
and they like take the
But
lemons.
everyone has lemon juice.
right.
You know, get some simple syrup if you've run out.
And you can
Simple
make
syrup
your own.
is kind of delicious.
You can make your own if
And
you
then
want.
any kind of sparkling water,
Yeah.
you know, even getting a LaCroix. People drink LaCroix
Yes, they got that.
nonstop. And so getting like a lime LaCroix, a lemon LaCroix. I mean, this one doesn't need lemon or lime soda,
Right.
but others, it's great. We had put lemon sparkling water with the Sauv Blanc. So a lot of Sauv Blancs have those like citrusy
Right.
notes in it. So when you're adding citrus and then some sparkling water, it was phenomenal.
And it sounds incredibly refreshing.
Phenomenal. Yeah. And so again, you're not, I don't know, I can only drink so much hard alcohol.
Right.
And then, you know, it's just refreshing out in the sun, doing something fun.
Low key.
Coming
like you
to the
mentioned,
farmer's
it's
market.
lower alcohol. So
lower
so
alcohol.
just chilling out. So that's June. Sonoma Spritz. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Are we done with the Sonoma 200 for the season, or is there more
No,
going
there's
on?
more.
There's more?
There's
But
more.
Wait, there's more.
So the 200th harvest, we're doing activations June through September. So after we fully spritz out, we're then going to move on to July. We're going to have a scavenger hunt. So
I like this.
Tim's going to help with this, of course. Tim is the bringer of fun. So there'll be a challenge put out to consumers valley-wide to take different photos, fun things, post it, tag Sonoma Valley and Sonoma Valley wine, and then they can come to the Visitors Bureau to get a prize.
Yes.
To be determined. We've
Should
got
be-
some
but
fun
we've
things.
got some cool merch.
have
We've got
pins,
like
we
the
have
pins.
stickers, we've got some cool
stickers.
stuff.
We might have some other cool stuff.
Yeah, or maybe like a discount on a hat. That would be.
Oh. Or
We're
maybe-
iterating.
maybe-
Send us your suggestions.
Like, comment, subscribe. Put down below your ideas because maybe like they're entered into a drawing to win a hat.
And
after
it could
so
be a
many
drawing for like grand tasting tickets or something.
Oh,
Up the
grand
ante.
tasting. It sounds like that's foreshadowing for September.
That's foreshadowing.
Yeah, so like they'll be out there scavenger hunting, and like really we can set up either as simple as a piece of paper or as cool as like an app with like photos. There'll be some sort of system where people can come here, go experience. Not just you don't just have to visit wineries. There's different things in Sonoma Valley to do next to the wineries as well.
Yeah.
Part of the whole
Absolutely.
experience. So. Let's say you do a picnic in Glen Ellen after you go visit one of the great wineries up there. You go
Mm-hmm.
to Abbott's Passage, and then you go to some place like Sonoma Valley Regional Park, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot to do.
Lots to do. It's
I'm looking forward to working with you on that because it's really fun.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, and what I love about Sonoma Valley is, yes, we have these amazing world-class wineries, but we also have things to do in between the wineries.
Yeah.
Some places are just wine, wine, wine.
Right.
And here it's like wine, park, wine, go for a walk, or go to the astronomy place or something like that. So there's much more to do.
Yeah. Train Town.
Or Train
Don't
Town.
sleep on Train
Sorry,
Town.
Your kids are that age. Train Town's amazing. Train Town's amazing, and trains are running.
True.
trains
And
are
the
running daily
food,
and stuff,
I mean,
yeah.
there's so much. And if you've never been to the farmer's market, that's like a bucket list item.
Here's my pitch in the farmers market. So you ready?
Yeah.
You could come for the Tuesday night market and do the party market, which is phenomenal. Then you could spend Wednesday in Sonoma in the Springs. Then you could spend Thursday up Valley, Kenwood, and Glen Ellen. Then Friday morning you do the other market, which is the farmers market, and you head home. It's the market to market tour.
Market to market
You
tour.
like that? Yeah. Start with the party, you end with like some rutabaga. It's gonna be
Go
amazing.
home and make yourself a healthy salad.
Exactly. Have some
and
kale.
actually enjoy it.
Exactly. Okay, so that's July. Sonoma Scavenger Hunt will be running for that. Tell me about the dog days of August. What's happening?
August is where things really come together. I mean, that's when we're going to have our first pick. And it's always, I get a little nervous. I start asking all the growers, like, when is it going to be? And they're like, we don't know, Robyn.
It's not scheduled?
No.
It's August
I
12th
love a good schedule.
8 a.m.
And, I usually get 36 hours warning.
Really?
They're trying to make the call, but they don't know. Mother Nature, everyone's responding to Mother Nature.
She has the final say.
She determines.
So when you say a pick, it means the harvest.
Harvest,
First
yeah.
harvest, okay.
Yeah. So oftentimes it's always sparkling, but it's like which sparkling? Oftentimes it's Gloria Ferrar.
Okay.
And we go up there and ring the bell, and then we run down to the Mission. We tell everyone we know. I mean, it's funny and
Fire
great.
truck shows up.
Yeah.
Sarah Ranch sends out their construction water truck.
Yeah, and everyone's honking horns, yelling, ringing bells, taking pictures.
That's a big deal.
And it
This is a
is
tradition.
so fun.
This is a big
We're on
tradition.
the news.
It's a big deal.
And people love tradition.
Right.
So,
And for those who don't know, when you said it's like sparkling wine, usually it's either Chardonnay or Pinot Noir, or the grapes that are picked first. And then throughout the season, you have different grapes that come in at different times, right?
yeah,
So,
absolutely. So that's what kicks us off. And then what we're going to be doing all month and our call to action, what we would love you all to do, and all of the businesses, everyone, is give a 1-minute video, send it in, and we'll have instructions on your Sonoma, whatever that is. Is it something funny? Is it something cool? Is it something people don't know about? Is it an undiscovered little thing that then becomes discovered because we've told
I
everybody?
like it. It's like the mysteries of Sonoma. It's like the best of Sonoma.
And it's just celebrating it all because we have 200 years of legacy here and people are going to share it. So we want people to share it. And we will have a contest. We're trying to determine what that is, but we want people to get involved.
Okay, I like that. And I really like this idea of 1-minute videos.
1-minute videos.
And they're pretty easy to do.
Oh, you have to just like be bold, be brief.
Right. And see, exactly. And then be bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly. So what's even cooler, we're going to have what we're calling a harvest flash mob.
Okay.
So if you're in town,
Right.
or it could be a very fun time to travel to town,
Right.
we are going to have a toast.
Okay.
Everyone is charged with showing up right in front of City Hall at Sonoma Plaza at 6 p.m. There will be national news, all the hype, all the people. And you have to bring a bottle of sparkling wine of some kind.
Okay.
I say sparkling wine. Champagne is made in the Champagne region of France.
I will send you a letter because I'm a French lawyer. That's right.
Exactly.
Sparkling wine.
So, but bring something sparkling that we'll have a countdown. We'll all spray champagne, have a toast, have a blast, take a photo. And this will be the moment that we all remember, the moment that is that celebration of the 200th harvest.
That'll be
so be there or be square.
Okay. Date to be
There
determined.
it is. No, August 27th
August 27th. So we'll definitely be in the harvest.
at
then.
6 p.m. Harvest will be fully underway. And we are going to be celebrating.
Okay, August 27th, 6 p.m. Bring your sparkling, Sonoma Valley sparkling, for the Harvest Flash Mob at One Plaza. That's the address, One Plaza, Sonoma, California, 95476. Okay, I like that. So then we're done, right? In August, we're finished.
Almost. So September is then our culmination.
There's more.
There's more. So September, that's our, it's a month where so much is coming together. The winemakers are really starting to see what's happening with the harvest. A lot more grapes are being crushed, and it's exciting. You can smell it in the air. It's a magical time here that you have to experience. And so wineries and restaurants, they're going to create their own 200th harvest flight or tasting.
Okay.
And so, it could be any winery saying, here's how we're showcasing, the 200th harvest.
So it doesn't have to be
wine.
200 years worth of wines.
It would be hard to do for many. But,
Right.
sort of a past, present, and future is fun.
Okay,
or showing someone, their evolution. Or maybe it's at a restaurant and it's like, here's our interpretation of Sonoma Valley's history here and what we want to showcase.
Well, if you've been here a long time, Swiss Hotel, Della Santina, these places, they could show their dishes through the years.
Oh, yeah.
And what they've done. And then
tasting menu and then wine to get paired to go with
I
it.
like that. Okay.
And so everyone is going to be coming up with their own activation, their own menu addition, and we'll be promoting it. So people can go on to SonomaValleyWine.com and you can click and see what everyone is offering.
Okay, I like this. Is there anything else happening in September, like maybe the last weekend?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go to a soccer game or something like that?
We're going to
or-
be busy.
Oh, we are. What's going on?
So the Vintage Festival. This is the 128th annual Vintage Festival. This is the 4th year that the vintners and growers have been at the helm, which is a big deal for us. It's something that is very true to us, our brand, and what we're celebrating is the harvest.
Okay.
And so they'll be programming Thursday, September 25th through Saturday, the 27th.
Okay, good.
There'll be a fun event at Three Sticks to kick us off on Thursday. There are going to be Spritzes involved. Look for more information to come.
Okay.
Friday night is going to be the Sonoma Valley Harvest Dinner at Vianza Winery.
Okay, good.
That's a elegant dinner that moves locations every year.
Okay.
and it'll be a paired course tasting. You'll have a vintner host at your table.
Oh, wow.
Each table's having their own experience, being guided by the vintner at their table.
Okay.
So it's very fun. A great opportunity to connect with a lot of people.
Got it.
And then Saturday is our Plaza Festival.
Awesome.
We're pouring a lot into our Plaza Festival this year. It's always happened, but we want people to come and stay. Like, bring your chair, bring your umbrella, hang out, picnic. And our intention is to amplify the music in a way
Got it.
where we create this grand picnicking area, if you will.
Okay.
So think more food.
Oh, good.
Hang out for the whole day.
Right.
Some really great bands.
Okay.
There'll be grape stomping going on, a kids zone, artisans.
Can I address the grape stomp controversy for a second?
Is there a controversy?
Yes, you had VIP grape stompers last
Just
year.
experienced.
Mark Bodenhammer and myself, Mark's from the chamber, you invited us to come on
Celebrity stomp.
for the celebrities.
They are celebrities.
And we thought, we got this. We're experts. We've been in the business a while. Mark grew up in Santa Rosa, so he's, a hayseed.
Close enough.
And so we were ready because you were inviting like some guy from like Cron 4, like, oh, we're going to crush that dude. No pun intended. Yeah. But then I was up against this guy from La Prenda named Ned.
Yeah.
And Ned has like size 15 shoes. Ned's large.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, he's a famous grape grower.
Yeah.
He knows his business. That guy filled, like he squished
He needed
everything.
a double tank. He needed another growler.
So Mark and I are like, we got this. There's like this little guy over here. Then you have like the Girl Scouts over there. We're like, Mark and I got this.
Yeah.
Ned comes stomping over there like Sasquatch of the Syrah, smashes us to bits. And so I'm just going to argue that he's too good.
So,
He needs his own.
and then he brought Guido, who is of equal stature.
Yes, these were large
And
people.
the swabby is actually the most important person. Who's the swabby?
I lost a finger.
The swabby actually moves the grape carnage, if you
Yes,
will, the
yes,
body of the
yes,
grape
the pomace.
out of the way,
Yes.
so that the juice can come in. That's the most important
Because
job.
there's a little screen
And-
and you're squishing it in a barrel. Picture this. You're in a barrel. You're up on a little stage and you're like squishing away.
It's a mess.
And the swabby has to get in there without losing a finger.
Right?
And then kind of push the juice in.
Yeah.
And it is actually hard. And then you push the grapes and the mog material
very
of the
hard.
grapes away in the back.
Yeah.
Again, unfair that Ned from La Prenda, he's an expert. So I'm just arguing.
He is
there
an
has to
absolute
be-
expert.
There has to be like expert level and then like me, like schmo level down here. Thank you.
It was wild. That was fun. You guys were great sports. It's definitely something worth signing up for. It's hilarious. You can't help but laugh.
My clothes still have grape stains.
yeah.
You're right. Don't wear nice clothes.
Wear nice clothes. We give you a shirt, but people think it's not actually going to be a mess. It's actually going to be a mess.
One woman showed up in really nice clothing. I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I know.
So that's part of it. You're going to have an all-day festival.
All day festival. So plan to come and hang. We're also going to introduce a wine garden to the plaza, just an elevated kind of separate wine tasting experience as opposed to just, the wine bar. We're going to have Sonoma Spritzes
Fantastic.
on the regular.
Okay.
And it'll be fun. And then we finish off at grand tasting, which is just the staple event that sells out so fast, too fast every year.
Every year.
And there'll be over 50 vintners pouring wine. There's usually more than 12 chefs that we bring
That's a
in.
walk-around tasting.
Walk around tasting. The band kicks up later in the night. We've actually created a VIP experience for those that sometimes you want to sit down.
Chill out a little.
Yeah. And so we're going to have some of those areas for
And
people
will that
to
be near the
enjoy.
plaza as well?
Mhm, at the Sonoma Barracks.
The Sonoma Barracks.
Yeah, you don't have to go far.
Thank you, Sonoma State Parks.
Mm-hmm.
Good spot there. So that sounds like you are doing very little for.
We're doing so little.
For the
No one's going to
Sonoma
be tired in October.
And October is usually when harvest starts to slow down and peter out. And then it's not until November you have some late harvest stuff coming in and some people doing really unique stuff. Some leave their grapes out there for a long time. But most of the harvest is kind of winding down. Come October.
Yes, people are starting to come up for air.
Right.
To, enjoy what they did, appreciate what just happened, and, reflect. And we're going to have a lot to reflect on. And this is that moment where we want everyone to come and enjoy.
Right.
These flags, you're going to see
I'm
flags
gonna ask you about this. So
flying.
before we move on to our final segment here, you have come up with a great idea. And that is that we have to have representation in a way that people, when they enter Sonoma Valley, they know we're celebrating this. Because I've been walking around with these little lapel pins, but people get really freaked out when I get really close to them so they can see it. And you're like, wait, Tim, let's make the lapel pins bigger. So you put these 3-foot by 5-foot flags that'll be flying up and down the valley, right?
Yeah. I mean, if anyone doesn't know that we have so much Sonoma spirit here. Everyone, we love Sonoma and we love to talk about Sonoma. And so we get to share our Sonoma pride, businesses, wineries, vineyards. I just put one up in front of my house. I was getting thumbs up from my neighbors. It felt so gratifying. I'm going to show up and sell them a flag soon.
Nice.
But it's really, there's already so much excitement. I've received so many emails.
Good.
Links are going out to purchase.
So
Let us know if you want
these
any.
flags.
People can buy these
They say
flags.
Sonoma Valley wine, 200 years. They have the logo on it. They're really beautiful. They are suitable for framing, but you need a big frame. So put them on a flagpole instead.
Yeah.
And they'll be like at every winery and every vineyard up and down the valley.
It's
going to be huge.
You've got like a burgundy and a white.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right there. And there's like big ones and medium-sized ones.
Yeah.
There's stickers.
Yeah.
And like our cool hats.
Our cool hats.
So we'll start seeing the flags probably. I mean, they've already been
They're
out.
starting to creep out. We're about to make another order.
Songbird, he bought 2 of them. I talked to him. He said he bought, and Bart across the street bought one. So it's going to be really cool up in Glen Ellen.
Yeah, everyone's getting excited. Everyone's trying to figure out where they're going to fly it, how they're going to fly it. I learned what grommets are.
Oh, yeah, grommets are up there. Yeah.
You got to know if you have a 2 grommet or a 3 grommet. I see that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's just fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a heck of a lot of fun. We want people to come and participate often.
Robyn, where do people find more information about the Sonoma 200 and the Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers?
Yeah, so SonomaValleyWine.com.
Okay.
And then we'll have a Sonoma 200 page. So look for our 200th anniversary. We'll have all of the activations, who's participating, and how people can get involved.
I love it. Robyn, before we started the podcast, you mentioned, because I was talking about some of the stuff that's happening, in addition to Sonoma Valley 200, we have Broadway Under the Stars. They're starting their performances. It'll be north of the plaza. It's in the Field of Dreams. It's going to be amazing. That'll start in June. But you said that you were a performing kid. You were a kid that did you do tap dance and stuff, or ballet, or
all of it?
You do like theater and stuff like that.
All of it.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you study that in college, or
no?
But you did it in high school.
Since I was a kid. Since I was a kid and through high school, I danced and sang and performed all over. Yeah.
Okay.
I've performed on the steps of the Capitol building.
Get out of here. Yeah. Which capital? The nation's capital or Sacramento? Because they'll let anyone do Sacramento.
The nation's capital.
So just a quick plug here is that starting June 12th, best night ever, Broadway Under the Stars, Transcendence Theater, professional Broadway people.
Yeah.
Like
they're so good. Yeah. I mean, their passion, they're so talented.
It's great.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
And what's cool is you can come here for these events. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. I have to go look. But essentially, you can go to the plaza, get your wine, get your food, have the experience, go down to the show, and then come back and do it. And you might not know this, but Mark from the Chamber is doing the Friday night flights. We're going to try to convince people to stay open.
We're helping.
Stay late.
You know what? That's actually something we're highlighting in July, but it's starting in June as well, where there's going to be stuff going on Friday night.
At night.
Yeah.
At night.
So hang around, come after the show.
Stay up past 8 o'clock. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
Make Sonoma late again.
Make Sonoma late again. So yeah, it'll be the best night ever with the Broadway Under the Stars. So that's happening. So I'm excited about that.
One of the last shows that I went to, it was so wild. So the studio that I grew up in, I was pouring wine, which is what I do these days.
Imagine that.
I was pouring.
When you were 9 years old at your dance studio? What is going on?
I was at Transcendence as an adult last year.
Okay.
And there was a gal that came up and she looked familiar and we were chatting and I always ask people where they're coming from. And I genuinely like to hear what they're doing here.
Right.
And she said where she was from. And I'm like, that's so interesting. And then I was like, oh, well, why'd you come tonight? It's like, oh, my daughter's in the performance. And comes together. I mean, the woman that owns the studio, Miss Linda, she taught me how to tap. She taught me how to do jazz. And I spent years of my life, and this was her daughter, who was off on Broadway. Like, she was like famous to us when we were there. Okay. And then, so Miss Linda's granddaughter was up on stage.
In the show.
Jenna is just amazing.
Wow.
And I just couldn't believe it. And then there was another gentleman, David Gordon, who was in the show. And then turns out we went to high school together. We were like a year apart.
All right.
He flipped into theater late in high school and is just so talented, and his career's just taken off. And it's just so fun to see.
Yeah, and like professional, these are actual professional New York Broadway performers.
Yes.
And they're in the Field of Dreams, in the Cinema Plaza, under the stars.
Yeah.
And it's a good way. And
It's
there's
special.
Yeah, so that's bestnighthever.org.
And if you want group tickets, bring a group. Any organization, if you have a wine club, David wants to hear from you. He's helping with group sales, and they'll give you some, tickets together and make it a fun night.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, good. See? Didn't know that.
I know.
Good for you. Okay, so again, SonomaValleyWine.com. For all the information, plus the Sonoma 200. We'll also have some stuff on our website, so it'll be out there. It's a big thing. So, Robyn, I know that you threw the kids in a corner and you had to run over here, so we're gonna move on to our next and final segment here. Take a sip there. Take a sip there. Robyn, you know that we have 2 visitor centers. Right. And people call us, they text us 707-996-1090. They send us DMs, they slide into our DMs. And they ask us all sorts of questions. They email us info@sonomavalley.com.
They're so good. I love them.
They do. So you're going to help us out with a segment we call We Get Questions.
I'm ready.
You ready? You did this last time. You got this. First question we got. This one's kind of a curveball. We are visiting and need to rent a wheelchair. Where can we rent a wheelchair in Sonoma? Or near Sonoma.
I don't know.
That's okay. But
we need to help them.
We do need to help them.
We have lots of places that are wheelchair accessible.
We do. But
Wineries
sometimes people,
included.
maybe they twist their ankle.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have mobility impairments and they don't do something. Or maybe their scooter's not working. Some have little scooters.
Yeah.
Good news. There are places that rent them. Sonoma Surgical Supply. It's up in Santa Rosa, eastern Santa Rosa. So when you're going into Santa Rosa on Highway 12, it's up there. They do rent wheelchairs.
Or if you fly into Santa Rosa Airport.
That's right. You can go there and get right there. Also, Howard Sapper runs Pushpak Motors. So if you don't need a wheelchair per se, but you need a rental scooter, a mobility scooter, they do have cool little scooters there.
Yeah.
And they're really neat. And actually for Transcendence, they run the shuttle from the parking to the event.
Perfect.
On these really neat scooters. So yes, so Sonoma Surgical Supply rents it. Otherwise, there's other places. Ask us, Google it, but you can rent a wheelchair. Here's another one we got. This is sort of like Western Sonoma County, but we get these questions. Can I go swimming at the Russian River now?
Oh, these are hard.
This is hard.
I've never swam in the Russian River.
Oh, je suis choqué. Really? You never have? Oh my God, we're going to get them.
Should we go do this?
Let's go.
What am I missing?
Well,
a lot.
Depends. I mean, yeah. So the Russian River is the river that does go from the northern part of Sonoma County, and then it comes down, and then at Windsor, it takes a left, if you're looking north, and then heads west towards the ocean. And that's another wine region of the county. It's, obviously not Sonoma Valley. You can go swimming in the Russian River.
Okay.
And
all year?
I mean, all year you shouldn't. The beaches are kind of open. I mean, yes, nothing says you can't, but sometimes it's dangerous, especially in the winter because
of the water. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't a redwood tree heading down? You probably want to let the redwood tree go out to the ocean without you.
Yeah,
right?
you're not going to win.
You're not going to win. So starting in May, you can definitely go, and there's a lot of regional parks. I would suggest going to Sonoma Valley.
Go.
Yeah, Sonoma Valley Regional Parks.
Okay.
You can buy the parks pass at the visitor center, and it gives you the chance to park at a lot of them. And Steelhead Beach, one's called Mom's Beach. It's got a different name, but everyone calls it Mom's Beach out in Forestville. Monterey, these are all places you can go. If you do go to Healdsburg, I don't know why you would. Healdsburg? No, if you do.
You don't need to go to Healdsburg.
I mean, if you do on the backside of Fitchburg.
We're the real Sonoma.
Okay. I'm going to get letters from Healdsburg.
I mean, I love Healdsburg, but we are Sonoma.
We are Sonoma. Healdsburg, we love you too, though. So yeah, you can go swimming at the Russian River. And so check out Sonoma County Regional Parks. They have some good stuff. All right, here's one. Here's one for you. And you just kind of segued into it. I'm not going to do the accent, but imagine I'm from New Orleans. We're from New Orleans. We're just sort of driving around. We just hopped in the car in Sacramento and looked up Sonoma. And we noticed there are 3 Sonomas. So we're looking for the one with the hills and the wineries and pretty views. Which one is that?
That's Sonoma Valley. Is there any question?
Right. So there's the city of Sonoma.
So just drive past Napa.
Right.
To the real Sonoma.
Right here. Sonoma.
Right here in Sonoma Valley.
Sonoma Valley.
Just segueing back to what I said earlier, you can get everything here, and joking aside.
Right.
that you can get driving through the entirety of the gorgeous Sonoma County, which there's so much.
It's beautiful.
But with regard to wine and wine that you can experience and the caliber of wine, we have every type of varietal that you can imagine and more, all grown here, all crafted here with winemakers that want to sit down and talk to you and about their craft and what you're tasting. And it's transformative. And so come on over to Sonoma Valley.
Come to Sonoma Valley.
We want you here.
We love it. And New Orleans people, thank you for visiting. Yes, there's a town of Sonoma, which we're in right now.
Yes.
And the town of Sonoma is within Sonoma Valley, which we're also in right now. And Sonoma Valley itself, like a nesting doll, is within Sonoma County. So if Sonoma County is an oyster, Sonoma Valley is the pearl.
There you go.
And if you want to come visit, just put the GPS to Sonoma. The GPS. How old am I? Okay, Grandpa. Just talk to ChatGPT or whatever.
You just dated yourself. Ask ChatGPT for an itinerary.
Your Thompson map on page whatever. Yeah, and come to there. Have you been to New Orleans, by the way?
I love New Orleans passionately. My brother currently lives in New Orleans. I have a dear friend that lives there. He's a baseball coach,
For Tulane or something?
Loyola, New Orleans.
Sorry, New Orleans.
They're actually going to the World Series, College World Series. It's in Idaho. They're NAIA, so that's where their World Series is, and they have done an incredible job. Largely part to my brother's recruiting. So
what's the name of
go Ryan, go Loyola.
Go Loyola Dragons.
What is their mascot?
The beignets. Go the beignets.
I love New Orleans, though. Yeah.
Okay. So good for them. So yeah, you can do that. Okay. Here's the final question we got. Hey, are there any tasting rooms that where you can taste more than one winery in one place? So like maybe like one winery, but they kind of like work together, or like one offers different wines.
Yeah, there's a couple. Passaggio up in Glen Ellen has become more of a wine bar.
Right.
And then honestly, like going around the plaza, you can do the same thing. You know, it's not limiting. They'll give you a couple splashes and keep you going. So don't be intimidated by that.
Because right by, like, for example, right on the same street as Tiddlywinks, so Napa, there's Caddis Wine, Cayman, Bennett Valley Cellars, and then Della Santina's bar. So that's
so Della Santina is the Enoteca.
Enoteca, Della Santina.
And they, oh my gosh, they have such a crazy collection of wine.
They do.
And like, again, just the local purveyors. Like you'll find Chris pouring Caddis wine, the winemaker, ready to talk to you. I mean, he did a chemistry experiment in front of us the other day.
Did he?
Do you remember?
Oh, right, because he had the Boy Scout stuff. Yes.
It was so good. And it's like, you don't get that everywhere, but here, just like walk into the door and they want you to come sit down and they're going to tell you all about it.
And that's exactly it. So you're absolutely right. There is Passaggio, which is up in Glen Ellen, next to Songbird, across from Dane Cellars. Like, there's like 3 Schermeisters right there. So you really don't have to go very far, even if there's not 5 wineries in one door.
Yeah.
There are 5 wineries within 5 doors, and they're
right
next to each other.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to sit in one spot.
And I was going to say, for sparkling, Cy, Jamie over at Cy, she has a lot of sparkling wines and champagnes, and that's kind of the same kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Or palm cider if you're into cider, and Pet Nat.
Love
Isn't that
palm
good?
cider.
Rick's so good. I know he's good with hot dogs. That was from a visitor from Arizona, and you answered it correctly. You did it.
Finally.
You did it.
Oh.
And Robyn, I said I was going to get you out of here in an hour, and guess what?
We did it.
We did it.
I know we would.
We did it. Robyn, if people want more information about Sonoma Valley wine, where do they get that information?
SonomaValleyWine.com.
And you're going to hear all about the Sonoma 200. It's the year of the vintner. Can we just, one more cheers here with the Sonoma Spritz, and I'm going to welcome everybody after you go to SonomaValleyWine.com and you're finding out information about the big vintage festival and the Sonoma Spritz and scavenger hunt and the videos. Then you can also go to SonomaValley.com to find out where to stay and for deals, special offers, and events. Mom and Dad, thanks for listening. And buy tickets and get the recipe.
Buy tickets. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there. Robyn, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.